Wow, it worked just standing up here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Darren Raskoff. I'm the director for the fire service program here at the College of Western Idaho. I'd like to welcome everybody and thank you for coming tonight as we celebrate this class as they finish and they graduate from our Fire 101 Academy class. This will be class number 6. So special welcome to all the families and friends that have shown up tonight and have supported them this whole time. To our TAC board that has showed up, representatives from the fire service, some of our instructors are here, our college administration, and some of my bosses, including Denise Aberle-Canada, who's our provost and oversees pretty much all of the academics at the college. We have Chris Merrick, who's our dean, who oversees our whole school. And then Rick Allen is my department chair, who oversees multiple programs such as ours in law enforcement and criminal justice. And then, of course, most of all, they're not here yet, but we're going to be welcoming the students here in a second. We like to start this with the tradition and pomp and circumstance of what fire departments like to do for graduations. So we have an honor guard here that's accompanied with some pipes, and they're going to escort our class in, and they're going to perform the Pledge of Allegiance. So if everybody can go ahead and please stand. You may all be seated. I'm going to start just by introducing the people on the stage. We have Chief Kelsey Backen from the Eagle Fire Department here. We have Jill Targos from Meridian Fire Department. And then our two coordinators who run the day-to-day operations at the academy, who got to know our students intimately for the past semester, is going to be Corey Lindner and Darren Hulse. And then out in the audience that we cannot forget also is Marissa Quintana, who is our administrative office manager, who basically runs everything for us. So she's also here tonight. We also like to always extend a special appreciation to the fire service for all their support that we get throughout the year, especially during the class. Napa Fire Department, which allows us to host the class at their facility, which is the best place to have the class. Because as you're well aware, they've been there 10 hours a day, 4 days a week for 16 weeks. And that cannot be done at a college campus not designed for that. So it's been a tremendous help. Along with all of our instructors who've shown up tonight that are all active fire service personnel from all the different valleys or different departments in the valley. They bring just wealth of knowledge, experience, and legitimacy to the program by bringing what they do every day to help instruct the students. It's the best combination that we have. So this class that's here now, this is class 6. They're the last ones to be thanked, but they're the reason we are here tonight. They trusted us for this semester and beyond to give us for us to give them that training, help steer them on the career path, and lay a foundation that they can build a career upon. The class was a great class. They bonded well as a team, as a family. Probably, just like most families, they may not have gotten along all the time, but that's what families do. That's what the fire service does. They embrace those traditions, and apparently there were some pranks on people throughout the class. They helped each other as they struggled and get over hurdles, and no one was left behind. Some of the feedback that I've gotten from the instructors has been that the group has performed well. They came together. Now that we've been doing this for a few years, we see a lot of things that are consistent. Up until about week 10, you guys were awful. But that's what we expected. And then sometime around then, a light switch gets flipped. And then now things start to fall into place. We've given you enough pieces of the puzzle, you put it together, and you're getting to know what to do. It was like little ducklings out there, and then you guys blossomed. So that was great. They just went through 2 days of what they did not enjoy at all, of testing from the state, where it was about 5 different written tests all in a row. Could have taken them up to 5 hours to do that test. Started doing skills testing right away, skills testing the next day. The people that come in and do that testing are from various departments throughout the state of Idaho, up north, up east, everywhere. And the feedback from them was that you guys were a very well prepared group and performed well. And that is a direct reflection on you and your instructors, because they got you ready for it and you guys did well. And all the skills were passed. So that's an accomplishment. That's great. So you finish this class, this one semester, as an idea of what they went through. The book they had is not your typical book. It's about 1,400 pages, 36 chapters. And they went through every one of those chapters. It was a lot of lecture. Luckily, it was a lot of hands-on too, so that enjoyed the lecture. Maybe not hazmat week, but the rest of the time it was a lot of lecture and even more drilling and hands-on. So that worked out great. In addition to that textbook and those chapters, you had skill sheets of over 100 skill sheets between the Firefighter 1, between hazmat awareness, hazmat ops, and the skill sheets are not A, B, C, D. Those skill sheets are 100% pass or fail. You don't get to miss a step. and you got through them all. So that says a lot. You completed everything we put in front of you. We had that third-party evaluators from the state came in, so they are unbiased, looking from the outside, and don't know you. They care, but not really, because it's pass or fail. And they know that lives depend on it, so they don't cut corners. And you rose to the occasion. So that was great. So now that we've completed this class, this is only a step in your journey. So this is not the end. There's going to be roadblocks, stumbles, setbacks, but now you've proven you can overcome that, because you guys overcame everything we put in front of you. You found reasons, motivations, interests, and values that have led you to choose this career, and I applaud you for that. I'm excited for you for that choice. Because as you guys know, I've told you, I had my career in the fire service, and I absolutely loved it. I know I told every single one of you, I never had a day that I did not want to go to work for 25 years with my department. When I retired, I had 4 years of sick leave saved up because I never took time off. My wife was not happy with that, but that's just a lot what firemen do. I enjoyed going to work every day, and I know you will too. I felt like I was able to make a positive impact on my community, on my city, my department, and my fellow firefighters, and I know you will also. When I retired and I left my truck company, I had my own crew, and now looking back, I would not hesitate to have any of you on my crew. So you guys have risen to that milestone. That's great. Your learning and your training will never end as long as you're in the fire service. So yeah, celebrate being done with this class, but know pretty much every day you're on work, there will be training. There will be classes. It does not end. So this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. You've got through the first couple of miles, and you got a lot of miles to go. But you've come this far, and you know the prize is worth it at the end. So I can't wait to hear about your exploits as you leave us. So I can't wait to see what your future brings for you. So I just want to take this time and extend my gratitude and thanks to you for letting myself, Marissa, Corey, Darren, all of our instructors be a part of this for you. And I'm excited for your futures. It's truly humbling to be involved in this with you. So those are my remarks. So at this point, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker for the evening. It's going to be Chief Kelsey Backen. He's graciously agreed to speak tonight to the students and the family and the friends and our guests. Chief Backen is from the Eagle Fire Protection District. He serves as their Division Chief of Training. He's been an instrumental part of our program. Eagle has joined the last couple of years and has really become involved, especially with our internship and work experience program. They've been a truly valuable partner that I can't thank enough for their support. So with that, I'd like to welcome up Chief Backen for his words.
I think Darren was being a little too kind there. I'm not really a polished speaker. But I am honored, though, to be asked to come here to this day, this benchmark for you guys in your career. And as a representative of Eagle Fire Department and the Valley as a whole, I'm honored to be here. Well, good evening, graduates and their support system that helped them along the way. I'm going to do something a little different because I said this is not something I do very often. I don't really want to freelance too much because I could probably be up here for like an hour. I don't think you guys want that. I can talk. I just don't know if I'm necessarily a structured talker sometimes. So I'm going to read a little story, and some of you might recognize it. Some of you might not. But what I'd ask you to do, can you hear me back there? Okay, because I can hear myself hardly. So, there's only two characters in the story, and if you could just try to see which character you relate to the most as I read it. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come, and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. and he would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. And he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree very much, and the tree was happy. But time went by, and the boy grew older, and the tree was often alone. Then one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat my apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. But take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I'm too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build me a house, or build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build a house, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I'm too old to play and too sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I'm so sorry, boy," said the tree. "I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for the apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I'm too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I'm sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I'm just an old stump. I'm sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could, "well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boys, sit down and rest." And the tree was happy. So, anybody recognize that one? Raise your hand. Who's got it? All right. So we got The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Kind of probably don't know where I'm going with this. Maybe you have. The question is, what character are you identifying with? My hope is that the graduates we are celebrating have identified with the tree. The character that gave almost everything of herself just to make a difference to another person. If you didn't relate to the tree, that's okay. Firefighting is just not for everyone. That's okay. It's a wonderfully noble yet unforgiving profession that you've chosen to pursue. It's wonderfully noble, like I said. It's rewarding sometimes. But it's one that you ultimately pledge to give everything of yourself, potentially even your life, just to help someone, if necessary. It is, at its very best, a long, dangerous, difficult, and painful journey. I know Darren shared the way he felt, builds through camaraderie. I feel the same way. I know this kind of sounds like a bummer, but it kind of goes hand in hand. There's a lot at risk, a lot at stake, and there's a lot of bonding that goes on. But make no mistake of it, it is not something to take lightly. My advice to you is to learn continuously, not only the craft of all hazard response, but be an active participant in your own journey of sacrifice and self-actualization. Get emotional and psychological support from others to help you. The tree didn't have that. But help you when times get hard. And no matter how difficult it gets, and it will get difficult, just remember what brought you here, what drove you to pursue this profession, and remember to be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. My name is Darren Hulse. I'm one of the Fire Academy coordinators. I want you guys to know, isn't this a great group sitting right here, guys? Yeah. I want you guys to know that I'm really proud of you. You know, I told you a little bit of that today, but I want to say it in front of everybody. I'm proud of you guys worked hard. You know, you put in the hours, you put in the time, you put in the effort. Every single one of you. I couldn't do it without the instructors that we have also. Thank you very much. So I'm sure as family members you got to hear a few complaints from the group. That they were sore, tired, we were mean, and they probably came home dirty and smelly. It was all true. But we now have a short video to show you guys just a glimpse of what the class went through. Cue it.
Walk like I built this town. Steps so light, I barely touch the ground. Everybody wants to know how. Brick by brick, I put them in the ground. Walk like I built, walk like I built this. I do it for my people, family business, and everybody wants to know how. Take a good look, you are now witness.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. I got a fresh breath and a full plate. Wake up, this is not a game. I'll take my fresh breath and go my own way. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. This is what I live
Measure my growth by the season. Limits don't exist if you don't give them reason. But everybody wants to know how I built this dream and never had a doubt.
walk like I built this town. Steps so big, I shook the whole ground. Everybody's coming at me now. I'm never coming down. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. This is what I live for.
Don't look back. Don't look back at me. And act like I didn't tell you everything I'm about. I'll tell you what I live for. I'll tell you what I live for.
Wake up! This is what I live for. 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 Days like this is what I live for. This is what I live for. Days like this is what I live for. Wake up! This is what I live for. This is what I live for. This is what I live for. Wake up! This is what I live for. This is what I live for.
Thank you, Corey, for that video. Now I'd like to introduce one of our instructors from the program to deliver some remarks to the class and the guests. She will also get to present one of the students with an achievement plaque that they earned from the program. Engineer Jill Targus is with the Meridian Fire Department. She has been an integral part of this academy by putting in some of the most hours than a lot of the other instructors. She invested and engaged with the class. Jill has been with Meridian Fire for 5 years and was with the Idaho Falls District BLM for 5 before that. This is her 4th academy now, and she has been one of our best cadre members. Jill?
Good afternoon. My name is Jill Targus. I'm an engineer with Meridian Fire Department, and like Instructor Hull said, I've been a cadre member for the past 4 years. This year we had around 40 cadre representing all of the departments around the valley, as well as some cadre that have retired from out-of-state departments. We've had the ranks representing from firefighters up to chiefs. Each fall, we get excited to see who we have for this academy. As most of you know, these students have to take a written test and an interview in order to get accepted into this program. This is a very similar process to what we all went through to get hired to our departments. Once in the academy, they have bookwork, presentations, and a bunch of skill sheets to remember. Some of the students are ending this program with a certificate, while others are finishing off their associate's degrees. This academy is a lot of hard work, and it can be stressful at times, so it's really fun for the instructors to just sit back and watch the little moments of panic that they all have. During week 1, we got to see people struggle with the basics, like putting on their jackets, and get used to the lack of dexterity that the gloves have to offer. We saw multiple people rip off their masks from their faces, saying that they were out of air, when we could tell from across the room that they still had a third of a bottle left. We saw giant spaghetti messes of hose when it should have been in a nice straight Z line. And we saw some people get humbled out by a 1-inch by 2-inch block of wood blocking some doors. But as the weeks went by, we started to see these awkward students start turning into firefighters. This is one of the few jobs where we truly are public servants, working for our communities. Our work will never make a CEO rich. That being said, we will probably never be rich. Some departments pay 6 figures with great benefits, while others rely solely on volunteers. Regardless of the size of your paycheck or how fancy the station or how nice the apparatus is, if you walk into a fire station, you see people that truly love their jobs. For the next step, some of these students have internships lined up. Some already have job offers. For others, don't give up. During my own academy, I had a fellow recruit that had been applying for over 10 years before getting the job offer. And I had another recruit that was starting at 50 years old, starting over with a new career. If this is a job that you truly want, figure out a way to get it, and don't stop working on yourself. To quote the Avett brothers, when nothing is owed, deserved, or expected, decide what to be and go be it. Once again, I wanted to thank all of the fire departments in the valley for allowing the cadre to come out and teach while using the department-issued gear. I wanted to thank the Nampa Fire Department for allowing us to coexist on the training grounds all semester and for letting us share your facilities with you. I wanted to thank the students for making it another fun semester. And I hope to eventually see you guys out on the line helping our communities. And I hope to one day see this come full circle and see you guys out here as CWI cadre for the next upcoming academies. So congratulations, Class 6. I will now be presenting the Top Academic Award, and this award goes to Sam Nielsen.
All right, well, thank you very much. I'm super humbled and just honored to receive this nomination. But I didn't do it on my own. I have to thank all those involved. First, I have to just thank God for guiding me in all that I do and blessing me with being able to come to this academy and blessing me with those people that He placed in my life. I first want to thank my parents who made it possible for me to come to this academy, just encouraging me and supporting me all the way, and especially my dad who humbly inspired me not only to be an exemplary fireman, but also a good friend and a strong man. I have to, of course, thank my beautiful fiancée, Gracie. She just supported me so well throughout this, loved me, encouraged me, and helped me study even to when she fell asleep. I would like to thank the Caldwell Fire Department's prevention team just for mentoring me and encouraging and guiding me on my journey through the fire service. And we as a class wanted to extend a huge thanks to Nampa Fire Department for hosting our academy, and also to all of our instructors for their time and their dedication and the genuine care that they showed towards us. And we also wanted to recognize and thank the firefighters who have gone before us and made the fire service what it is today. When I was first named valedictorian, the first thing that came through my head was, oh no, I have to give a speech. My vision kind of narrowed a little bit, my chest tightened. I think that's what Larson felt like squeezing into a small t-shirt every day of academy. It was probably the most nervous moment of all academy, more than going into the live fires or a time when we had a rescue in the SCBA confidence course. But there was a thought that came to mind that gave me some comfort. I remember the time that Joey Zumwalt gave his chainsaw presentation, and I knew that it would at least be better than that, and if he survived that, then I'd be okay. I was also glad it wasn't Will, because we'd be here all night if he was up here talking. We learned a lot of lessons over the last 16 weeks. Like we were talking about, we covered a lot of material in the book, but most of our important lessons came out on the fire ground and in talking to our instructors. We learned to make sure to always correctly tie a clove hitch and use your ladder commands in front of Holst and Levin. We learned that it is a 24-foot extension ladder, not a 24-inch extension ladder, rower. We did find out rower can crawl faster than he can run. Do not leave your stuff unattended around lamb. And a fire hose can knock you to the ground just by the nozzle reaction. But we really did learn a lot of very good lessons. We learned about working as a team with people who are different than us, about tolerating each other's different quirks, personalities, and all the various smells. We learned about brotherhood and relying on each other and having each other's backs. Learning from our failures and paying attention to those tiny details and the consequences of not doing that. And of course, I couldn't forget to mention AOC, Adapt, Improvise, and Overcome. I don't know how we got that acronym from that. I just started saying it with everyone else. So I couldn't tell you. But and one lesson in particular that stood out to me was from our instructor, John Metz. A student asked what the difference was between a firefighter and a fireman. And he put it this way. He said, being a firefighter is a job, but being a fireman is a passion. He went on to say that someone who is a firefighter has gone through training, who wears the uniform, and goes to work and collects a paycheck. A fireman makes it their own personal mission to strive for excellence, to always learn and grow, to fight complacency. Someone who helps encourage and grow others and loves what they do, is invested in leaving the fire service better than they found it, and loves the job just as much the day they retire as their first day on the job. So my hope for our academy and all of you guys is that we would pursue our careers with a no-quit mindset, both in landing a job and in striving for self-improvement once we are hired. That we would take that lesson from Instructor Metz to heart, that we would strive for excellence to humbly serve our communities, and that we would never forget AOC. Thank you. Okay, I didn't know I was doing this, but as a class, we got together and, per tradition, created a gift to pass on to our instructors and just Nampa Fire Department for hosting us. So we have our Maltese cross with the red stripe flag or thin red line flag and a hatchet created by Carson Baker's brother. And we decided to fasten it on there with some clove hitches for the sentimental value.
Thank you. He did know he was going to do it, but it might have been during the phase when he was passed out, when he knew he was going to have to give a speech.
Thank you, Sam. Next, I'd like to introduce Tenley Bowden, 3-year Nampa firefighter, senior firefighter. Tenley has been helping at the academy for a few years now. Tenley's worked on their physical fitness to build not just muscular strength, but cardio, flexibility, and overall health for a long, successful career. Tenley, you might come up.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. I'm glad this podium is a normal size and not extra large. So I'd just like to take a minute and commend you guys on your achievement today. I know that we chatted a little bit yesterday at our last PT session, but just for your family and friends that are here today, you should really appreciate these young people in front of you. They have been one of the most they've been the most favorite class that I've had the joy of working with. I looked forward to coming to every session just because I knew that they were going to put in the work and they'd do anything that I asked of them. So, anyways, let's get rolling. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, instructors, recruits, and honored guests, today, we gather to celebrate not only the growth and achievement of these aspiring individuals, but also the spirit of determination and resilience that defines them as future firefighters. In the demanding environment of the fire service, we are pushed to our limits, both physically and mentally. The strain that is placed upon our bodies and minds can be immense. Heavy packs, hot turnouts, aches and pains that whisper negative thoughts are all things that can chip away at a person's resolve. Over the course of the past several months, these recruits have gone through a rigorous PT schedule that is designed to lay the foundation of strength and conditioning that will help them to not only pass a physical test as part of a hiring process, but also to overcome the physical and mental challenges that they will face in the fire service. It is our hope that the emphasis that we have placed on a firefighter's level of fitness will guide them through a healthy and successful career. Tonight, it is my honor to present the award of Most Improved in regards to physical training. This award reflects a journey of determination, commitment, and dedication. It recognizes an individual who has shown great progress embodying the values of integrity, perseverance, and teamwork. The recipient of this award has embraced rigorous training sessions without a word of protest. This recruit has been a shining example of what it means to show up, put your head down, and go to work. As we honor this recruit, let us be reminded of the qualities that those in the fire service should embody. Willingness to push beyond our limits, the courage to embrace challenges, and the humility to learn and grow from every experience. You have earned this recognition through your hard work and determination, and we are all very proud of you. So without further ado, it is my great pleasure to present our Most Improved Award to Kyle Fletcher.
Do we have an award? Do we have an award?
Okay. It's right here. Excellent. Here it is. Okay.
Thank you, Tenley and Fletch. All right. Now we're going to present our recruits with their letter of completion for the academy. As I say your name, come up, get your award, sit back down.
Before we start, we'd like to bring up some of our college administration to help to congratulate them. So we're going to bring up our provost, Denise Aberle-Canada, Chris Sparrick, our dean, and Rick Allen, our department chair.
Carson Baker, come on up. Josiah Eshisheri. Kyle Fletcher. Jess Gilmore. Tucker Graham. Jacob Hill. Jake Johnson. Isaac Lamb. Joe Larson. Sam Nielsen. Nick Purcell. Tyler Rower. Brandon Smith. Caden Vanderworth. Will Walden. Justin Zieska. Last but not least, Joseph Sumwalt.
Just have a couple more things we're going to finish up here. A couple additional acknowledgments I wanted to make. You've heard us mention a couple of times that internship work experience program. So there's a group of 10 of them who have been accepted into that program, and they're going to spend a year with various departments. 4 of the Valley departments are participating, and they're going to get to spend a year there of basically donating a day a week of being an extra firefighter for some valuable experience, some networking, building their resume, building relationships, networking. We always tell them it's like a test drive. So you will be making a name for yourself. You just decide the name you're going to make for yourself, and you just put the best foot forward. With regards to the internship program, some of you may have seen a news story or a video of a firefighter putting out a vehicle fire with a guitar. So what that was about is this group actually, we received a grant from the band Metallica, which is kind of cool to talk about because every time I tell people, they're like, yeah, whatever. But no, it was a grant from Metallica that a bunch of colleges got it that support these trades. And that grant is going to support that internship program. So it is helping to cover the cost of the turnouts for the students. It's been a great opportunity for the grant, and we welcome it. I've always preached the importance of continuing your education to you guys. You heard me say it over and over and over like a broken record, but I'm just gonna say it one more time. Some of you have already taken some of our other classes, you're continuing. Some of you came in already with bachelors, and that's awesome. Some of you at some point will continue with education, and that's great. Just know your career is an education also. So you can go farther in your career by continuing your education, because at some point, like I tell all of you, you're going to want to promote, and at some point you will hit a ceiling, and those degrees are going to help. So I just encourage you to keep working for that prize. Keep going down, keep putting the effort out, and it's going to pay off in the end. So at that point now, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Corey Lindner, our other coordinator, who's going to finish up the program tonight.
All right, bear with me because every year I try to avoid reading this part because it's so long and I don't talk on mics very often, but it's an important part. So the last thing we like to do is have the graduates commit to the following, the Firefighter Code of Ethics. We are a proud profession, and whether we like it or not, we represent the fire service both on and off duty. The Firefighter Code of Ethics is a guide to help us endure. That we always represent ourselves and the fire service with honor and deliver the most professional, compassionate, and competent community service to our customers in their time of need. Whether it's a devastating house fire or somebody called for help because they don't know how to make the smoke detector stop beeping. Class 6, please stand and raise your hand as I recite the Firefighter Code of Ethics. I understand that I have the responsibility to conduct myself in a manner that reflects proper ethical behavior and integrity. In doing so, I will help foster a continuing positive public perception of the fire service. Therefore, I pledge the following. Always conduct myself on and off duty in a manner that reflects positively on myself, my department, and the fire service as a whole. Accept responsibility for my actions and for the consequences of my actions. Support the concept of fairness and the value of diverse thoughts and opinions. Avoid situations that would adversely affect the credibility or public perception of the fire service profession. Be truthful and honest at all times and report instances of cheating or other dishonest acts that compromise the integrity of the fire service. Be respectful and conscious of each member's safety and well-being. Recognize that I serve in a position of public trust that requires stewardship in the honest and efficient use of publicly owned resources, including uniforms, facilities, vehicles, and equipment, and that these are protected from misuse and theft. Never propose or accept personal rewards, special privileges, benefits, advancements, honors, or gifts that may create a conflict of interest or the appearance thereof. Never engage in activities involving alcohol or other substance use or abuse that can impair my mental state or the performance of my duties and compromise safety. Never harass, intimidate, or threaten fellow members of the service or the public, and stop or report the actions of other firefighters who engage in such behaviors. Responsibly use social networking, electronic communications, or other media technology opportunities in a manner that does not discredit, dishonor, or embarrass my organization, the fire service, and the public. I also understand that failure to resolve or report inappropriate use of this equates to condoning this behavior. Do you agree to abide by this code of ethics? If you do, I want you to all answer together as a class, I will. With that said, this will conclude our ceremony tonight. I would like to thank our families and guests who joined us tonight, and I would like to officially present the now graduated class number 6 of the College of Western Idaho Fire Academy program.